Thanks you guys for coming. Appreciate the marketing team who did the snow day. I think that's an incredible event. And obviously, the most important thing today is having Rama here and the community support her. So outcomes of a game mean nothing compared to that. So those were the good things. The game part sucks. You know, it sucks because we have a group that really cares about each other and cares about our results. Colorado beat us today. And that's hard, you know, to take when you really want a group of players to get where we want to go. That said, there's nobody in the locker room that doesn't feel that way, which is a good thing. And there's nobody in the locker room that's not going to be ready to go on Thursday. So that's what we have to do.
The emotions from everything that's going on today with Rama and the loss, or is it mostly basketball that's kind of flushing up right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, I have a pretty good perspective, right? This isn't Syria. Nobody's a refugee. You know, we're not losing our health insurance. Like, we have a really good perspective about that. And at the same time, like, when this is what you do for a living and this is what they do, in addition to school, like, you really care about it, you know? And I just, this team is, we're really good. And we're trying to get somewhere, and it's not happening as fast and as smoothly as we all want it to. But it's our story, you know, and I have no doubt it's going to end in a positive way. It's just, it's hard to not have it happen as fast as you want it to.
Given how Colorado performed on Friday versus Stanford, I mean, it was a really good game, even though they lost. What
Yeah.
are some of the things that you would think about as far as how dangerous they could be?
Oh my gosh, I mean, they played Washington to 5 points last week. They had a lead on us at the half last time. You know, they were up by 3 at Stanford at the half. I mean, every game in this conference is, everyone's really, really good. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. So I was concerned about everything. You know, I'm concerned about their guard play because they have some of the best guards, you know, in the country. I'm concerned about their defense. They're 6th in the nation in forcing turnovers or in steals, one of those categories. Everyone poses a problem. And any game, you know, anything can happen, which again is a good thing for us going forward. We know we can beat anyone, but yeah, I was not in any way unconcerned about what Colorado brings to the table.
You guys fell down early. And was it just an uphill battle after that? What happened at the beginning of the game that caused that deficit?
I thought the first couple possessions when we had some good looks, they didn't go down. Like we should have probably been up 4-0 on transition baskets, and we missed one, and maybe turned one over. Or it got deflected or something. And then we just gave up too many open looks. I mean, I thought our defense in the first quarter was not good. And after that, it was a lot better. But again, when someone's good, it felt like we were running uphill the whole time. And then it's momentum and runs, right? And sometimes it falls that way where we would cut it to 4 and they hit a big 3, or then we cut it to 2 and you know then they get something on the other end. I mean, that's just what happens, right? Their teams are too good to give someone an 8-point cushion. I thought we fought our way back, and I thought, you know, we kind of almost had it, but we couldn't get over the hump.
How difficult is it to push over that hump once you work it exact so much and just get back into the game? I mean, how much of a challenge is it just?
It's really hard in this league. I mean, the difference between years past is just like astronomical, right? And I'm talking like the last 10 years from when I was an assistant and my first couple years, like there were teams oftentimes that you're just better than. So if you have a bad start and you figure it out, then, you know, maybe you are 15 points better. So maybe you have a not such a good game and you win by 5 when you should have won by 15, right? But now teams are so good everywhere, I think, that you can't, it's really hard to just sort of put together a run because there's another factor, it's the other team. So when our, you know, defense picks up, or we you know, I thought the start of the third quarter, was it, or third quarter, we were having trouble hitting shots. And I knew as soon as we hit a couple, we were only down 7 or so, right? So when we hit a couple, all of a sudden it's 4, it's 2, and you feel like you've weathered that storm, and then they score one. I mean, it's hard because both teams are good, or any opponent you face. I mean, I think you turn it around the other way when, you know, Oregon State's a top 10 team in the country, you know, and loses to USC because they're down. It could go either way. Maybe they can catch up their 10 points or they end up losing by 20. Or, you know, we play UCLA and we have a lead and they don't have enough to come back. It's just even the teams that are top 10 in the country have a hard time if you give up a lead. So now if we put ourselves in an 8-point hole, it's just too hard to sometimes just snap your fingers and turn it on in this conference and just turn things around. We tried.
That give you confidence that you could make a run, that you could complete the comeback today?
Yeah, we can't soak in however many points that we're down in, we need to come back and try to win the game, cut the lead, whatever, make good possessions for our team, and cut down turnovers. So, yeah.
Players, can you talk a little bit about the turnovers? Was it what they did, because they're good at, forcing you turnovers, or was it also what you had control over?
I think it's a combination of both. I think that we're rushing sometimes. I think we're trying to make the play, but sometimes we just gotta slow down and gather ourselves. I think I had a bunch of turnovers, so it's just just slow down. The game's a fast-paced game. They're a good defensive team, but at the same time, you have to be aware of the play and take control and slow the situation down and not give them back their momentum. So I think.
You guys are just 3 to 14 from three-point range. Obviously, you guys are rolling your pocket, you're knocking those down. How much of that was just the function? Let's sort of giving you how much of that was just your ability to get some to drop.
A little bit of both. I mean, we're a much better team when we can hit some outside shots. It just makes leads sort of dissipate. It gives us leads. Some of it is they do a good job of sort of sagging and taking away, making our inside looks tough and yet somehow recovering to shooters. I mean, they're not sitting there daring us to shoot it. It's not like, AT had multiple, open looks. They're quick looks. You have and you got to be able to knock it down. And obviously, it's tough for us when we go 3 for 14 from 3.
Any other questions? Any thoughts on the week ahead and
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, right? I mean, how often do you get the opportunity for your crosstown rival to be, one of the best teams in the country year in and out? We see that as an opportunity, right? Since I've, been here, it's some of the best crowds across the country, and I'm looking forward to this team this year having a chance to do something great, and we'll take our shot.
It's a quick turnaround, but we'll be back.